I sit here complexed on a situation I knew someday would, in my mind, take up space. Unable to bring forth an emotion commonly expected during these times we face. Numb to these circumstances in which I've become all too familiar over the span of 5 decades. Unable to, as I sit here pondering those who possess the ability, put on a charade. Searching deep down into a soul void of any sentiment, to bring forth even a single tear would be an intolerable toll. As if the nothingness I once visited decades ago had become the replacement for my soul. I sit here complexed, trying to find an inkling of emotion in this foreboding soul. Seems barren to say the least. When they say, don't hold it in, it'll eat you up inside, I can only shake my head and think to myself, there has to be something there to release. Complex, bewildered, numb, and unstimulated in thought, I sit here in review of past events which brought me to this state. I can only conclude that which was my rearing manifested the void which had become my fate. I can only sit here complexed in bewilderment. It only gets harder to seek out the deeper I look to that vast nothingness. The sentiment just doesn't seem to be there to find. Though I have willed it to the surface many times before, it seems to just lay dormant in my soul's mind. The nothingness within, where a soul should exist, imprisons all that which should bring to the surface that most needed emotion, that one which demonstrates to those we hold dear a certain level of devotion. I can only sit here complexed as the nothingness takes possession. One would think, during a time such as this, one could conceive a notion which would manifest even a micro of a feeling. Some would say it was necessary to manifest those emotions in order to assist in the healing. But what is there to heal after all, when what is to be repaired no longer exists within that emptiness? You can't cry, you can't give comfort for those who can, when that soul had been replaced with complete nothingness. I sit here complexed on a situation I knew someday would, in my mind, take up space.